So here it is, 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. Now, Peter Thiel is a co-founder of PayPal and he ran the company as CEO. He is an early investor in Facebook and in some other great companies like LinkedIn, Yelp, SpaceX, Airbnb. So you can say that he knows a thing or two about investing in startups that make it big. And this book is about startups, it's about business, and it's about investing. But if you are looking for a book that is like, how to get rich easy, well, this is not it. This book is more of a motivational book and a book that really makes you think about businesses and the future of technology and future of business and economy in a different way. So that's quite interesting. Okay, so here are my 5 takeaways from this incredible book. 1. Monopoly is better than competition. Well, we all know that monopoly is good for everybody inside it and it's bad for everybody outside it. And it's true if we do not consider the fact that monopolies create new markets. They create products and services that never existed before. So that's good for the customer. It gives an abundance of possibilities. And because monopolies have a possibility of incredible profits for decades to come, they really try to make their services and products something new and exciting. And with the money that they earn, they can then invest in other products. They can plan for a long term and discover new products and services. While on the other hand, competition, they have to concentrate on a struggle to survive. They have to fight with other companies for the same little piece of the market that they are in. And Peter Thiel believes that competition is actually an ideology that we are trapped in. We are taught from a very early age that competition is a good thing. Well, actually, the more we compete, the less we gain. 2. Start small and monopolize. Every startup should begin its journey at a small market that it can monopolize, that it can control. And only after controlling this niche market, the company should expand to other markets. Starting big, starting with a market that is grand and you believe that you should get only 1% of this incredibly big market and that would be great, is a mistake, because from the very beginning you have to fight with other companies. You have a lot of competition. So you are actually trying to survive and beat the others instead of concentrating on innovation, on expansion, on getting your ideas through. And Peter Thiel gives Amazon as an example of a company that followed this path. They began their journey as a bookstore on the internet. And only after becoming the biggest bookstore in the world, they expanded to other related markets like CDs, video, and software. And only after having control on those markets, they expanded and became the biggest general store in the world. 3. You need one good investment. Peter Thiel talks about something called the power law, which is basically a mechanism that makes one investment substantially more important and more valuable than everything else. And he gives an example of an investment fund that has 10 companies in it. And you could expect that after a few years, it would be split between 2 or 3 good companies, 2 or 3 medium, and 2 or 3 bad companies. But in reality, it's split between one incredible company that is worth more than everything else. And actually, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger say something very similar. They say that if you find one incredible investment and you bet big on it, you're set for life. 4. What is your secret? Now, every single one of today's famous ideas was an unknown. And Peter Thiel wants us to remember that conventional knowledge, conventional wisdom may be important, but what gives you an edge is your secret. It's something that you know that is true, but most of the people do not agree with you on that. So you have to find something that is important and at the same time is unknown. And it has to be something that is hard to do, but is doable. And he defines 3 kinds of goals. The first one, goals that can be satisfied with minimal effort. The second one, goals that can be satisfied with a lot of effort. And the third one are goals that cannot be satisfied no matter of the effort we put into it. And he believes that concentrating on the second category of goals, the goals that are doable but that demand a lot of work, is the way to find our own secrets. 5. 7 questions for startups. That's basically a list of 7 questions that every business should ask itself at the beginning of its journey and further on through the journey. And the questions are: first, can you create breakthrough technology instead of incremental improvements? 2. Is now the right time to start your particular business? 3. Are you starting with a big share of a small market? 4. Do you have the right team? 5. Do you have a way to not just create, but deliver your products? 6. Will your market position be defensible 10 and 20 years into the future? 7. Have you identified a unique opportunity that others don't see? If you don't have the right answers to these questions, then your company will probably run into a lot of bad luck. On the other hand, if you get 5 or 6 of them right, you have a really big chance of succeeding. And getting 7 is a path to a great success. And actually, Peter Thiel gives an example of a company that he believes is 7 for 7, and that is Tesla. And he goes in depth about it in his book, where he analyzes the company and talks about why he believes that it's such an incredible enterprise. These were my 5 main takeaways from the book 0 to 1. And if you want to read it, if you want to buy it, you can click the first link in the description with no extra cost to you. I will get some money from Amazon, so thank you for that. And let me know in the comments what is your most important takeaway from this book. I'm really interested. So thank you again, and bye-bye.